into urban exploration. In my last video, I took you to a ghost village hidden in the Guilin countryside. Today, I'm going to go one step further and take you into a ghost town at the base of one of these mountains. I was outside yesterday and I was cycling around and I discovered this place and it's amazing. It's 10 times better than the place I took you to last time. It's hidden right at the base of a mountain. It's green, it's beautiful. I can't wait to take you there. The ghost town that I'm going to today is just by this mountain here. I'm going to be riding a bike to get there and I have to go down this road. One of the problems I had in my last video was that I'd forgotten my flashlight and a lot of the ghost houses were very dark. I'm not going to have problems with that today though, because I'm taking with me my Sony RX100 Mark III camera. I've had this for a few years now, but this camera is fantastic for taking pictures in the dark. It goes all the way up to 6400 ISO, which means you can take pictures in almost darkness that still comes out clearly, like it was shot in just low light. It's a fantastic camera. So hopefully I'm going to be able to get some good shots with this today. Let's go. So I've made it to the second ghost village. I'm really enthusiastic about this place. It's so beautiful here and there's lots of abandoned houses which I'm going to take a couple of hours to explore. You can see there's a gaggle of geese behind me. A gaggle, quack, 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 quack. Let's go and check this place out. You can see that on this door frame above me there's a mirror and some scissors. The significance of this is that the mirror is supposed to reflect bad luck away from the door, while the scissors are supposed to cut it in half. I think that's a pretty effective tradition. I'm in a large courtyard house right at the top of the hill. This one is actually in pretty good condition. You can see they got their ancestral area over there, and you can see there's a photograph of the man who I guess lived here before when he was alive. I'm down one of the little alleyways in the village now, and even though out in the open it's really hot, maybe 30 Celsius or more, it's really cool down these alleyways. I think they convey the cool air. It's really nice down here. I've seen a few of these machines already. I'm not sure what they're for. If anybody knows, be sure to leave a comment in the comments box and let everybody know what it's for. These boxes you can see here, these are actually Chinese coffins. You can tell by the design of it, it's kind of rounded like that. And you can see that these would be pallbearers for where they have to carry the coffin. Let's take a look inside it, see if there's anyone inside. You can see that the inside of the coffin is actually lined with some kind of stamps. I think that's the name of the company that makes it. You can also see that there's a bowl with 2 chopsticks in it. That's so that the dead person can eat in the afterlife. And there's some coins which have been left so that they have some money in the afterlife. An interesting custom in China is that you're not supposed to leave your 2 chopsticks upright in your rice, in a bowl of rice. That's extremely bad manners. That's what they do in funerals in China and also in Japan. So there's some food for the person who's died So that's bad manners. Don't do that in China. You can see in this beautifully designed window frame, right in the center of it, you can see the Guilin, which in Japanese is also called Guilin, and that's the Chinese unicorn. And there's the phrase Qilin Song Se, which means Qilin brings the baby. And that basically means that if you worship this animal, then he will bring you a baby, usually a boy, because boys are more valued at the time. Strangely enough, my Chinese name, which is Qi Yulin, is a homophone of Qilin. A homophone is a word which has a different meaning but the same sound. A bit like sauce and sauce. I've just found these traditional Chinese playing cards. Each village and each region has its own different card games. However, I'm going to take these back and see if anyone I know can explain to me how to play this game. This is actually a baby's crib. A lot of these families would have used the same cart for 2 or 3 generations, so it's difficult to tell how old this cot is. But it's interesting to think how many generations of children must have slept in this cot. I've actually gotten really lucky. In this room I found a traditional 4-poster bed. These beds were important in traditional Chinese culture for 4 reasons. The first reason is that it's where the bride and groom would come to conjugate their marriage to create a baby. The second reason is that this is the bed where that baby would actually be born. After the baby is born, the mother would do something called 坐月子, which means sitting month, and the mother would actually stay in bed with the baby for 1 month, and in that time they're not supposed to wash, they're not supposed to go out, they're just supposed to keep themselves warm. The third reason is that it's where the mother and father at the family would be sleeping the whole time. They'd be sleeping in this bed all the time. And lastly, it's where people would be put to die. So if somebody is sick, if somebody's about to pass away, they'd be put in this bed to die. So it's amazing to think that all these generations of people have not just been conceived, brought into the world, slept in this bed, but also passed in this bed. And this might have been for 2, 3, 4 generations. And I think it's actually testament the skill and craft of the craftsman who made this bed that this bed still exists. It's still in pretty good condition for something that's been abandoned for so long. And of course the most important thing is the chamber pot, which is where they would pee and poo, and then they'd empty that out into the privies outside.